Okay, so you go over to your Adobe Creative Cloud. And you'll probably have to download Bridge. And you open it after you download it. Here it is. Now this is basically like Lightroom, but way better. Probably. And you pull up where all your pictures are. It's literally just like Lightroom. There's nothing you can do in Lightroom that you can't do in Adobe, in Bridge, and Adobe Camera Raw. So these are the photos that I'm going to look at right now. And for the sake of this video, I'm probably going to just do an easy one. Right click the ones you want to edit and open in Adobe Camera Raw. My computer's very slow because I'm a single mom. Okay, here they are. It was always very slow. This is the freaking videographer. They got in all my shots. Whatever. And these are still loading. So I'm going to have a sip. This is, okay, all right, here we go. Look at that little sun flare up there. All right. Come on down here. Now, this was a shady spot that we found over by this pond right here. This was for my sake. I guess the videographers have an ND filter, Nancy David ND filter, that they can literally shoot videos in any type of lighting. I'm going to see if we have something for photography like that. But, like, they were literally in over half of my shots, but I'm going to make it work. And next time, like, I know what I'm going to be able to, you know, deal with or be able to, you know, say something. So, like, I know, like, better how I'm going to conduct myself. These are super blown out because they were walking back to the field and it was 5 or 6 o'clock and the sun was setting at 7. I think it was 6 o'clock right here and the sun set at 7, but at this area we didn't have a lot of tree coverage. But sometimes I like the way a nice, like, open field, open sun photo looks. And I'm still working on editing stuff like that. So this might be a bad example, but I'm going to just show you real quick how it works. I'm going to click up here to crop it. Get this guy out of here. And that gives it a nice ratio too, actually. And I always crop on 11 to 15. You might have to customize, put that in there because that gives them more of the picture. Actually, no matter which way they crop it, 11 to 15. Whichever way they want to print it. Okay. And I can show you how to get your presets into Adobe Camera Raw. It's actually kind of hard. You wouldn't believe it. So, there we crop it. And, you know, you might want to make sure that that horizon is straight. But I think it is. It was straight. Okay. Go over here to your presets tab. And I got them all loaded up in there. You got to put them all in separately, and you have to put your tools in separately. It's very tedious. So here's Greater Than Gatsby. Here's Smal. Just kind of transforms your photos. Her dress is all blown out, which I hate this, but the other ones don't look like this. It's just because these were video shots. Now click on here. You want to take the mat off. You get this in your curves panel. You get this one and you just take it all the way straight down, and that takes the mat out of your picture. Go back over here. Always remove the grain. Grain reset. I don't think this photo needs sharpening, so sharpening reset. We could try to salvage this by taking the highlights down. And my shutter speed was so high, and it still ended up looking like this. But, you know, there's still something to be said for a photo like this. You see if bumping up the contrast a little will help out, which that did. Maybe lower the whites. Her dress is still completely blown out, but your average person may not notice that. And you see how that gave us some more blue sky? Let's see how it looks if you bring the blacks down. Shadows. It might end up looking a bit too dark right here, but also you want to look at your dehaze over here. Watch what this does to a picture when you dehaze. It's too much. Makes it darker. This might be pretty if you add some shadows into this one. So you back up on your shadows. I don't know, maybe. But then you might want to increase the exposure. Slightly. I mean, this is a different kind of look, but it's cool. You go back into this panel. And I wonder what a vignette would look like. A light one. Now, when I was at that workshop, Kelsey said never to put a vignette up on the top. Like how you can see it on the top on the blue sky up there. But if you do a light one, it's fine. And she was showing how to like paint it onto the bottom. I do a light one sometimes, and that's a lot easier than hand editing everything because I don't make as much money as she does. So, I mean, this looks a lot more blown out from the picture that you're seeing on the cell phone. But on the screen looks nice, which you could also go in here to the adjustment brush. Her dress is so blown out, there's no way to save it, but you can work on it a little bit. And I would still give her this picture, but probably wouldn't ever put it on my page. Just go over here to highlights. And then just start painting that onto the bottom of her dress. And this is exactly what you could do in Lightroom, as you know. But this is Bridge. And then it easily opens into Adobe Camera Raw. And it's all in one place. You don't have to mess with Lightroom at all. Now, I know some of the brushes in Lightroom are better and more sophisticated and all that. Now, let's see how that looks. Go to your adjustment brush. See? Looks good. Looks better. But, you know, it captures the day, it captures the time, captures, you know, really that's what was going on at that time. I am grateful that they let us go over to that shaded field. When you're working with a videographer, it's just like, it's like they're the wedding coordinator, and you're basically squeezing in shots whenever you can, and it's just, I don't know. I would like to do a wedding that doesn't have a videographer and just see how it goes, honestly. I'm sharpening that up a little bit. So, this was a bad picture to show you how to do, like, the shadows and stuff and the highlights, because this one was a blown out one, but I thought it would be a little faster. So let me know what you think.